Hey everyone, welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm Vlog. This is my wife Rachel.
Hello.
And I'm Kevin. If you're new to the channel, we welcome you guys and thank you so much for tuning in to watch this video. And if you caught one of the last videos, you've seen that we lost 2 of our beehives, and then the very next day, the one, our good hive that we still have, actually swarmed, and I captured that hive, and it seems to be doing good. Only have one downfall to that. I only have 4 deep frames left that is in this box now, and we want this hive to strive, but it's late in the season. It's almost fall time, and usually these late season swarms do not make it, but we're going to do everything we can to help them thrive, and hopefully we can get another hive out of this. So maybe it was a blessing from God the way that this happened. I don't know, but we're going to try to do everything we can to harness these bees. And with saying that, a reason why these hives probably got those wax moths like they did is because they were a weak hive, meaning that they weren't able to defend their hive or their colony from predators like the wax moths or the beetles and stuff like that. And one reason that they get weak is sometimes they get varroa mites, and that's something you treat with acid, and we'll get into that in another video. But the reason we're doing this video tonight is I've been needing to get some frames for this hive till I can put 10 frames in this box. These deep body hives hold 10 frames. That way they can build their comb and the queen can lay their eggs and they store the pollen and all that. Well, I only have the 4 because I burnt all the rest trying to get rid of all the wax larvae and the eggs and all the moths and all that. So we got a message the other day that said, hey, I'm sending some packages to your post office that should be there Monday. And I get a reminder message today, says, hey, those packages arrived. And Rachel went on her lunch break and checked the post office, and lo and behold, she opened one of the boxes because they were giant boxes. I said, I don't have a clue what they are.
I had to carry them out with a dolly.
So we're going to take a walk up here, and we're going to talk about what came in the mail today. Okay, guys, so we're in the back of Rachel's car, and like I said, she went to the post office today and went to go see what these packages are. And these packages were sent from one of our awesome viewers. Jay Givens 1227 is their YouTube channel name. I don't think they have videos or anything, but they follow us and leave a lot of comments. And this could not have came at a better time. I'm telling you guys, how awesome is this? Look at this. This is a whole beehive kit. You got the whole deep beehive with the bottom board, the top, all the frames, and then we have a whole nother deep with all the frames. And this right here, these frames are what I'm needing to give this new swarm a boost. We were totally out of these frames, and I'm telling you guys, this couldn't have came at a better time. So Jay Givens, thank you so much.
When I seen that, I called Kevin. I'm like, did you order a bee kit? And he's like, no, but I'm needing some frames. I'm like, well, she sent us a whole bee kit.
Yes, so thank you so much. You don't know how important it is that we actually get this, and
we are super thankful.
As soon as it's right now, I mean, that's what we're doing. As soon as she get home, I told her, I said, I got to get these into the beehive because we want this swarm to make it and thrive and to get built up as big as possible and get a queen that's laying eggs and get the brood hatching before the cold weather sets in. We got a couple months, but it does take them time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load these up, and I'm going to get suited up, get my smoker and all that, and we're going to go look in the other beehives. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to steal some frames of brood, eggs, or maybe some pollen, some food for this new swarm, and give them a real jump start. And hopefully we can have another hive that going into the winter we feel good about, and they're thriving, and then next spring they'll really be doing good. So,
hey, question.
Yeah.
The swarm that you think you've caught at your parents' house.
Yeah.
Could that go in this?
Yes. Yep. Okay. That's another thing. And I need to get back over to my parents and see how that wild swarm is doing. I haven't been over there in a while. I haven't seen a lot of activity from what my dad and mom was saying.
Outside of the box.
Right. So we need to get over there and check. But we've just been so tied up with everything else here, we haven't made it over there. So let us get this stuff over to the shop, and then we'll continue over at the beehive, and we'll see if we can't get this Well, you can join me. I got 2 bee suits. She's allergic, so I don't recommend her coming out there, actually.
I don't want to swell up like a basketball. I mean, I'm already pretty swollen like a basketball, but any bigger, you know.
All right, so we'll see you out at the hives. Just real quick before I forget, I can't forget about this awesome hat that 5M Family Homestead sent us. They have a YouTube channel. Go check them out. They're always following us, commenting on our videos, and they're always in our live streams and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for sending this cool hat. It actually feels pretty good. So go check them out, guys, and thank you guys so much for sending the hat. So I have to give props to the US Postal Service, because if they weren't doing their job and doing a speedy delivery service, I would not have been able to get these in. And like I said, I needed these as soon as possible, because the queen needs to get busy laying her eggs and doing her thing. That way they can get some new bees started for this colony going into the winter. They can store their food and all that good stuff. So thank you if you are a US postal worker or you support the US Postal Service. Thank you guys so much. All right, so let's get these bees smoked and see what they got going on inside. They shouldn't be too aggressive since they're not really a big colony, but you never know. All right, let's see. So like I said, I only had the 4 frames. And now we got a whole box of them, so we should be good to go. Let's see what they got going on here. So it looks like they are, yeah, they have definitely cleaned out this. This is 2 of the deep frames that I harvested the honey out of a couple weeks ago. So they are getting that ready for a queen to lay her eggs in there. They are doing pretty quick work, actually. So I'm not gonna try to disturb them too much. All right, so I'm just gonna put this here. All right, I'm about to set the camera down for just a minute. See if I can't see a queen on there. Oh yeah, they're actually starting to bring some pollen in. This right here is pollen that they're starting to stick in this comb, so that's a good sign. I just wish I could see the queen, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll figure that out. Clean that off a little bit. Okay, so now I got this open. What I want to do is I'm going to get into one of my big hives, and I'm going to try to steal a couple of frames of brood, which is the eggs and larvae, and some frames of some pollen or food that they've brought in. Okay, since this swarm box right here came from the orange and white one, I'm going to steal some frames out of the green and white one, since some of the bees from the orange ones have already left. See if I can't set this up right here, maybe, so you guys can't see some a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke both hives so I don't make them mad, hopefully. And while we're in here, we actually really need to check for these wax moths to make sure they're not bothering these hives, which these are pretty strong, so I don't expect they will be. But you won't believe this. Hold on, let me get a better look at this. So they're already starting to cap more honey. Look at that. The whole frame is capped with honey already, so we might get some fall honey actually. That's good work, bees. And I don't see any sign of wax moss up here in the super. Alright. So let me, I'm gonna set this aside. Get down here in the deep. About time for a new smoker. This one's just about had it. Alright, so let's see what they got going on. Man. Clean these frames up a little. Alright, excuse me, Mr. Bees, Miss Bees. Alright. Hopefully we can find what we're looking for up here in this top box so we don't have to get down in the bottom. Okay, and that's like pretty much just honey. We might use that as food to put in there. It looks like a lot of these are honey. I'm gonna set this aside real quick. That's a lot of honey too. Okay, here we got a lot of honey and a lot of brood. So we got a lot of honey on this side. So this will actually work really well. We got some honey, we got brood. I'm gonna brush them off. Be really easy, make sure the queen's not on here. It looks like these have been laid a while back, and they're already, a lot of them's already capped, so that tells me that the queen's probably down on another frame or down below in the bottom deep. So I'm not too worried about her being on this, but we don't want to put her in the new hive, so we want to make sure we get all the bees off, of course. Alright guys, so I got another frame here, and you can see these bees are actually starting to hatch. This is the larvae here, and you can see these caps are over all that larva right there, and these right here are starting to hatch out. Those little white looking worms. And there's even smaller ones that aren't capped yet, all out through here, and they've got food all around them. So I'm gonna still this this frame as well, and stick it in that new swarm box. Make sure I get all these bees off here. Alright. So here's what we got so far. I'm just gonna stick this right here. I'm gonna put these all together. And then I'm gonna put some new frames in there. So now they got a whole frame of honey. They've got 2 frames of brood and some food, some nectar, some honey. And then they've already got some combs started on this. Okay, bear with me, my GoPro keeps saying camera too hot. I'm trying to keep it in the shade. I'm trying to do this one-handed. See if I can get another one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we got 10 in there. So we're going to space them out. Keep them tight. Alright, bees, thank you. Alright. Get this super put back on. And I did not see any signs of wax moss in that hive, so that's a very, very good thing. I'll check this other one real quick. Get over there, Superman. See if I can keep this camera on. It keeps shutting itself off because it's getting too hot for some reason. These bees are really mad now. Alright. Alright guys, so here's another thing that gets in here. You see this right here? It's just a spider. And they'll eat a few of your bees. They're not a real big threat, but they will knock off a bee here and there. So I see no signs of wax moths. I just want to see if they're starting to fill this super back up. And I know a lot of people say work your hives from the side, and I try to, but I always forget. So yeah, actually they are starting to fill this frame back up with nectar. See that there? And it's late in the day. It's really late in the evening to be checking these, so they're kind of hateful right now. So I'm gonna leave them alone. We did what we came to do. And I am very, very grateful for Jay Givens, one of our awesome subscribers, sending us these bee kits and these frames and the boxes. You have no idea how much you just helped us, and I think we're gonna be able to make this work. All right, so this is the swarm, and I think we're gonna, in a couple days, we should have a lot of bees starting to hatch. And I think we're gonna give them a good chance going into the winter time. We'll see, we'll check them again in a week or so. These bees are trying to eat me up. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not. They are mad. They're all in the microphone actually. And we keep rocks on top of them so the wind don't blow them away. And there you go, I'm gonna leave them alone. They are not happy at all. Let me put some of this stuff up and we'll try to end this video. Ready?
You ready, Mojo?
All right, guys, so you've seen it. The bees are a lot of work, but they are so worth it. And thank you so much to Jay Givens. You don't know how much we appreciate you. This could not have came at a better time. And I don't know if, I don't know. She just sent the beehives, and the video just posted this morning, and they showed up at the postal service or the post office today.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like we had such a tragic event losing the 2 hives, and then you were able to be home and see the swarm and catch the swarm.
So today's Monday. That was Friday night, right before dark.
Yes. And then
I think she sent the message Thursday, said, hey, you're gonna have a couple Amazon boxes show up at your post office. And
yeah, I mean, what a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We cannot even put fully into words what a blessing that is, and the timing of all of it. Well, and we sold our honey for the first time ever.
Yep.
So we were blessed with selling out within 7 minutes. Thank you guys for that. That's awesome. Mojo, quit, Bubba.
Well, it's very weird is how things work, because the swarm happened Friday night. Saturday morning, I noticed the beehives. I noticed the beehives died Thursday evening. Mm-hmm. Friday evening, one of our good hives swarmed. So it's like a sign. Like, that is just so weird. And when bees swarm, they don't always land on your own property. Sometimes they go way down the road, miles away, and start a new colony or whatever. So we were very fortunate and blessed to be able to
And you walked out at the right time, seeing them on the ground.
I told Rachel, it was Friday evening, and I was kind of bored, didn't have a lot to do. I said, hey, I'm going to go sit by the pond. I'm going to go look at the pond. I'm going to go mess around with Daisy.
Bored? You've always got a lot to do.
But anyways, I was just sitting there, you know, and it started getting darker. I was like, all right, I'm going to go in. I came back, and that's when I seen all these bees just flying around the barn. I'm like, this ain't normal. So I started looking around, and right here between the shop and our little apiary of bees, I guess you could say, I seen that ball on the ground. And if you guys follow us on our Facebook page, I think I posted a little video clip and maybe some pictures of it on there. But I was like, wow, we just lost 2 hives yesterday, and this is an opportunity to gain another hive to make up for it. Of course, we lost 2. And if this swarm makes it, if this hive makes it, we're going to gain 1, hopefully. But you got to try, right? I mean, nature is brutal.
You cannot give up. And the bees are super challenging. Like Kevin said, it's the hardest thing he's probably ever done. And he researches a lot on things that he's going to try. They're super complicated, but he never lets it get to him. He keeps trying. And it's so weird because, like I said, God knew, I think, what was in store, because we were able to sell the honey, and our plan was to actually add a couple more hives.
We talked about that in the live.
Yeah, with the profits that we made from the honey, we were actually going to
put back towards the bees.
Yes, we were going to grow our apiary. And it's, quit Mojo. If you hear all kinds of noises, it's Mojo. Anyway, so our plan was to grow the apiary. Well, instead, God wanted to teach us a little bit of lesson, I think. But in turn, he also blessed us, not only with a lesson, but an opportunity to not take such a huge loss. If we wouldn't have sold our honey, we would have had a huge loss, because we can put that money back into purchasing more bees. And then our wonderful subscriber felt the need to bless us with another beehive, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. It gets expensive.
And then you were able to catch the swarm.
Yep. And now hopefully I didn't.
Mojo?
You weren't out there, of course, but they seen it. I took 2 frames of brood, which is all stages of larvae, and food that had nectar, and then a little bit of honey, and then 1 whole frame of honey that they had in the deep. So I put 3 frames from one of our good colonies into that one. That's going to give them a major jump start, and then I added the rest of just empty frames. So they got a big head start. They got a couple months before we get freezing weather or frost, I think. So hopefully it keeps raining here and there, and the nectar flows good, and they can keep getting pollen and all that. And I hope and pray that they'll make it.
And hopefully we can collect a swarm at your parents' house.
Yeah, we still got to go check up on that. We'll try to make another video on that. But guys, like Rachel said, beekeeping is the hardest thing I do, and I like a challenge. So there's many days I wake up and I want to give up the bees, but it's another thing that tells me, hey, they're kicking your butt. Can't give up and can't let them win. Yeah. And it ain't them winning, it's more of Mother Nature. I'm telling you guys, if you guys don't know about bees struggle. Bees try so hard to do good for us, and we got one flying around the microphone right now.
Please don't come over here.
Bees try so hard to help us as human beings pollinate our food and all that. And I'm not going to get into all that. Rachel's going to get stung. But anyways, I'll wrap up this video. Got a bee following me that is super mad.
Your cat.
Yeah. 5M Family Homestead, thank you so much for sending the hat. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to us. Go check out their channel. Leave a comment, like this video, and Rachel, say bye before I get stung.
I don't want to get stung.
All right, I'm going in the house. We'll see you all next time.
Thank you so much. All of you guys are so awesome. Your support's awesome. We appreciate all your blessings, and thank you for all your kindness.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much.